Hi guys, welcome back to Rosem React, where we break it down and keep it real. Let's get into it.
Wait, the US is deporting 500,000 Haitians back to a war zone? Let's talk about this a little bit. So here's the deal. Over 500,000 Haitians currently live under temporary protection status here in America, and the Department of Homeland Security just announced yesterday on Friday that will be canceled in August, meaning that they are open to deportation September 3rd. These Haitians have been here, paying their taxes, raising families, being great members of the community, are now facing deportation to what many consider a war zone. Currently in Haiti, 90% of the capital is controlled by armed gunmen, as well as kidnapping, SA, and many other organized crimes are rampant throughout Haiti. And many humanitarian people say that if we do send these people that have been here for the last decade to this place, it will be a death sentence, meaning that they will not survive as they do not have any protections whatsoever. This isn't immigration policy. This is cruelty because this is a war zone, and these families need a TPS extension.
Breaking news this afternoon. Donald Trump and Homeland Security have eliminated TPS for Haiti, leaving millions and millions of Haitians with no legal status in this country. This is so inhumane. Trump came on one of his tweets or whatever stating that Haiti has become a much better place. It's a lot safer so that the people could go back to their country. This is absolutely disgusting, unacceptable. You can't just mess with people's lives like that and take away something that they've worked for to come here legally. Your whole thing was you were getting rid of fucking criminals. These are not criminals. They did things the right way. They're here legally now.
The Trump administration has decided to end the temporary protective status of over 500,000 Haitians living in the United States legally. The temporary protective status for Haitians was put in place by the Biden administration. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, plans to terminate the designation effective September the 2nd. Once the designation has expired, the groundwork will be set for those Haitians to be deported. It has been reported that major retailers in Columbus, Ohio, have begun terminating Haitian workers as the Trump administration ends work permits. Haitian immigrants may pursue lawful status through other immigration benefit requests if eligible. Haiti remains at a level 4 designation by the State Department.
So Trump moved the temporary status protection for deportation of over 500,000 Haitians. Okay? And sometimes we have to change our perspective on what is happening, and we don't have to just look at what is happening, but we have to look at the biggest picture. It's what is happening, but then there is a bigger picture. We sometimes do not like how things are happening and how things are dismantling and at the hand of who is doing the dismantling. But when we change our perspective, it will change our lives. And while Haitians were coming over to America, leaving that land open for the takings, now you have an opportunity to go reclaim your land before they steal it. Because I really do believe that they were setting up to steal your land. Yeah, they told you that it was poor. They told you that it wasn't worth anything, baby. They know exactly what that land is worth. Okay? So now we have to begin taking back, just like the melanated people who are indigenous to the Americas, we have to begin taking back what is ours and cultivating it properly, cultivating it and returning its value to it. And you can't return value to something that you don't see the value. See the value in your land because it is valuable. Okay? Just like you as a people are valuable. I don't care what nobody else say. Y'all my brothers and sisters. Okay? Love y'all to life. And we just have to change our perspective and how we're looking at it. When they send you home, take back your land.
Hey, yo, we got to talk about what just happened, because it's not just policy, it's personal. The Trump administration has officially ended legal protections for over 500,000 Haitians living under the U.S. protected status. That means that 500,000 people who lived, worked, and built their lives here are now facing deportation. Let it be clear, this isn't just bureaucratic decisions. This is a direct attack on Black immigrants, full stop. This move fits a long, dangerous pattern, targeting people of color, stripping away protections, and quietly reinstating the idea that America belongs to whiteness. It's about erasure. It's been about that the whole time. We've watched this administration ban Muslims, cage Latinx children, and now it's Black Haitians. This isn't about national security or immigration control. It's about maintaining a racial hierarchy. It's about sending the message, if you're not white, you're not welcome. Haiti, a nation that rose up and freed itself from slavery, not to mention had to pay back reparations to France for slavery, being punished for their existence. And don't miss the historical irony. America has never forgiven Haiti for its Black liberation. This isn't law and order, it's whitewashing. This isn't immigration policy, it's systemic anti-Blackness. And if we're silent, then we're complicit. Peace.
So the US has just announced that TPS for Haitians will officially end come September 2025. Thousands of Haitians who have lived and worked in the US for years could face deportation, lose their jobs, and be sent back to a country still battling gang violence, political chaos, and poverty. The government says Haiti is stable enough now, but anyone paying attention knows that's far from the truth. This is not just a news story. This is a life-altering decision for over 500,000 Haitians nationals and their families. These are people who built their lives in the US, worked hard, paid taxes, and contributed to the economy. Some even have children who are American citizens. And now, with a simple policy change, the rug is being pulled right from under them. Let's talk about the irony here. A lot of Asian immigrants voted for DT. Not all, but a noticeable number. They bought into the promise that he would make America stronger, restore order, and protect jobs. What many didn't realize or choose to ignore is that DT's immigration policies were always meant to be tough, even against communities like theirs. Now those same policies are coming back full force for them, and it's their own families who are being targeted. Many of these Asian voters thought the immigration crackdowns would only affect other groups, Central Americans, Mexicans, maybe even African asylum seekers. But now they are running the hard way. Once the machine of deportation is running, it doesn't stop to ask where you are from, how long you have been here, or how good of a citizen you have tried to be. What even more troubling is the timing. The US State Department itself has warned Americans not to travel to Haiti. They have said it's too dangerous, with gangs controlling large parts of the capital, kidnappings happening daily, and a broken healthcare system. Yet the same government now claims it's safe enough to deport people there. That's not just confusing, it's cruel. And let's not forget, TPS was never meant to be a permanent fix. It was supposed to protect people from war, disasters, or dangerous conditions in their home countries. But many people under TPS have lived in the US for over 10, 15, even 20 years. They are more American than anything else. To kick them out now is heartless. You'd think the outrage would be bigger, but sadly, it's not. Many people are not even paying attention. Some are too busy blaming immigrants for their own problems. Others just don't care because it's not their communities being hurt. But imagine building your entire life somewhere else and then being told you don't belong. Some Haitian Americans are speaking out. They are calling out fellow Haitians who supported Trump, saying, "You voted for this, now look." And they are not wrong. People who want immigrants' rights groups have been shouting about this for years. Black activists have been telling people just because you think you're an exception doesn't mean you're safe. But for too long, some folks didn't want to listen. And now it's real. And what does this say about America? A country that claims to be land of opportunity, but is now saying, "Thanks for your work now, get out." It's not breaking, it's embarrassing. It shows how quickly people of color, especially black immigrants, can be discarded once they are no longer convenient. This should be a wake-up call for immigrant communities across the board. If it can happen to Haitians, it can happen to anyone. No group is safe from a government that treats immigration like a weapon. And voting for leaders who use that weapon doesn't make you immune. In fact, it puts your target right on your back. So now what? Haitians TPS holders need immediate legal support. Some people may be able to apply for asylum or other protections, but those options are limited and full of delays, and even then, the system is stacked against them. Others may try to stay undocumented, living in fear and hiding from ICE. That's not life. That's survival under constant threat. And where are the voices of those who promised to fight for immigrants? Where are the Haitians leaders who supported DT and said they would protect their interests? Are they speaking up now or staying quiet? Because right now their community needs answers. This is not just about immigration policy, it's about values. It's about whether people matter or whether they are just political pawns. It's about whether a black immigrant's life is worth protecting or whether they are seen as disposable once the votes are counted. To the Asians affected by this decision, many of whom made the US their home, we see you. You deserve better, you deserve honesty, and almost all of you, you deserve policies that protect your dignity and humanity. To everyone watching, let this be a lesson. Voting has consequences, policies have faces, and sometimes those faces just look like yours. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Consider subscribing if you're new here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.